All right, we're going to be working on the old Dixon again. I'm going to show you guys how to put inner tubes in these tires because I can't get them to seat. So that's what we'll do today. So I'm going to take them off of here. These are a little bit different than what these are because that has an axle all the way. But this one just has a keeper and it slides off. Just has like a round, like a J bar or something like that. So let's check it out, see what we got here, how we get these tires up off here. Got some type of keeper on there when you clean the dirt off around here. Let's see what they are. See if it's like an E-clip or if it's a snap ring. Just gotta see what it is here. Looks to be an E-clip. I got some grease and stuff so we can grease everything up too. So maybe we'll just see if we can go ahead and push that off there now. Let me find a small screwdriver here somewhere. I know I got it. I got one. Just used it. We'll just use the old pick. There's a little hole like right there, a little spot. Just get on. Good thing I broke the point off that because that would have just went in my hand. Come on. Come on. Yeah. C-clip, E-clip, whatever. And just get in there with it. Right here, you can see that hole. I was able to get in right here on these holes. So we'll pull that off there. Come off there. There we go. Well, we got us a nice little worktop bench right here. So basically all we got to do to get this to get that to so we can put the tube in there, all we got to do is pop off one side. You kind of want to do the side where the stem's going to be, because you kind of, when you put, well, I'll tell you when we get there. All right, what we want to do is you're going to want to tear this valve stem out. I usually use side cutters and just kind of pinch it and pull it off there. Let's see if we can get the rest out. If you can't get it out, you can push it through. Screwdriver, shove her back through there. There, so she's back through. And then, of course, she's going to be in the tire. Another thing, lubrication will be your friend. So, I got a little WD-40. So we're just going to zap a little WD-40 right around it. Get this little pry tool here. Yeah. That might just about want to come off in one swoop, but yeah, we'll just put a screwdriver there to hold that there. And we'll pull up the big bar back out. I tend to like to go with in this way, the curve of the, see how I got the curve? There we go. Okay. Pull this out. Come on. You don't want to take big bites or it won't go. she goes. So now we can shake that piece out of there. Come on. I may have to reach in there and just get it. Yeah, these are stiff. They're stiff. So you want to make sure your valve stem's on the right spot like that. Pull your thing off. Make sure you get put your tube in your tire. Now this one was easy to get because the tire was off the rim, off the bead already, so it wasn't too bad to break down. But you can get them off the bead. It's a fight sometimes. Okay, and just make sure you get your inner tube down around the inner of the wheel. There, just like that. And spin it, line your inner tube back, or your valve stem back up to the hole, and put it through. Now they make valve stem tool remover tools, and it will actually screw on there. Or you can, they have a thing that's got like a wire that screw on there. It's just a little cap with a wire you can do, and that will help feed it through. You actually put that on first and stick it through the hole, and then when you do everything else. Now here's your main part. You don't want to pinch that inner tube. And I have a pair of vice grips. I don't know where they went. I usually vice grip it right here so it don't spin around the rim. And just slowly work it around. Make sure you don't pinch that inner tube. You know what? The best place to start is here at the valve stem. Or no. Yeah, no. You don't want to start the valve stem because you'll rip the valve stem, because you gotta, this tire here has got to go down in here in this hole, or into this recess of the rim. Let's go. I wish I had the vice grips. I may have to hunt them down. Yeah, I'll have to hunt down my vice grips. Well, I'm having trouble finding them things. So I guess I'm going to just be able to just try with these hose clamp things, hose pinch off pliers. You'll see how that works. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a pain, because these tires are so stiff. Dang it, I lost it. All right, well, I'm going to fight these on the floor. See if we can. So I kind of put my foot on it, or my knee on it. Good. There she goes. Maybe. Well, we got it. Wasn't that bad. Wasn't that fun, but wasn't that bad. And here's where having this on there helps, but you still want to hold that valve stem or you'll be pulling it out, trying to fish it back through there with the tire on there. I've got one of these clip-on style ones. Alright, just take it to there. You can see how that valve stem's not sitting right. So let's let the air back out. We'll just try to get her as best we can. Maybe spin the tire a little bit to get her where you need her. Oh, let me put the valve stem cord back in there. My back's tender today for some reason. Alright, let's make sure she's where she's supposed to be. But you want to kind of air these up and let the air out of them anyway, so the things will relax. It'll blow the inner tube up, and then it will. And then when you let the air out, it will relax, and then basically be in place. And it says we're at 45 psi. Max inflation 46 pounds. Yeah, she come off there, but she's between 40 and 50. And look at that valve stem, how it's barely poking out. So that thing's obviously not the right inner tube, but it works. So all we did was we just slid it back on there. I'll grease these later with the grease gun. Stick that on there, and then we slide this back on there and into the groove. I'll probably need pliers. I got pliers here. Clip fell off again. There she is. She's on there. So I'm going to do this one over here off camera. We'll get that done. So that basically be a tire change. And then I'm going to run the fuel tank to it. And then we got to bypass a whole bunch of safeties. We're just going to run a key switch straight to the solenoid. Solenoid will start it. And then we'll do a power wire to the PTO to engage the blade, and then we're gonna call it good. And then I'll eventually have to figure out a seat, a backrest, or something because it's falling apart. So let me get this other tire done, and then we'll jump into running our fuel lines. We'll get some fuel in this. Yeah, right there. Kind of weird. The fuel tank's way up here. But yeah, let me get this one changed and we'll move forward. All right, what I'm going to do is we're going to try to fix this hose some way, somehow. See, it's got to crack all the way down that thing. Get rid of that much. We're going to use this filter for a splice tool. There we go. Yeah. Pliers here. There you go. All right, all I did was put that little fuel filter into that. And then we're gonna take this hose. And we're gonna install this piece on there. Let's see, here it gets one of them clampers. I'm gonna go ahead and cut. Go ahead and cut this probably somewhere about here. We'll slide that on there. Then we'll bink. All right. Let's bring it on down here with me. So we're gonna need to, should be underneath that hose right there, but then we'll have to fish this thing through here somehow, some way, into here. There we go, just like that. And then we can put our hose on our fuel pump. Right about here. Right about there. We'll slide that on there. There we go. Ow, that hurt. Well, that one won't fit. Well, ain't that a little crazy? Let's see how. Lord oh mercy. Well, you know what? It's so tight on this hose anyways. And this is that good rubber line. We're just gonna run her that way. I'm over messing with this thing. So we ain't even gonna clamp that. Guess what? I put it on the wrong one anyways. There we go. If she don't suck no fuel, then we know what it is. Then we'll put a clamp on there. I got a worm clamp I can stick on there, but I don't want to put the worm clamp on plastic. It'll deform the plastic and cause a leak, and you'll just might as well throw your fuel pump away. Getting the clamp on here. Come on. There we go. All right. Here we go. Right there. We got them all in there. This is just, just gonna have to be without a clamp. So I don't have the clamp I got. It's brand new. She don't fit that. Guess I could put some black tape around it and let it crimp it that way. But we're just gonna run her like that. So whatever. And we'll just look at that. That thing right there's been hitting that screw. Been hitting it for hell, who knows how long. But gotta find a bolt to go in there. I'm not sure if one of these will fit in there or not. It's kind of thick. That one's kind of thick. But we'll see if it fits anyways. If she don't fit, we'll find something else. Hey, that's the right one. But look how long it is. It might work. I think the Phillips screws will work too. Right there, like that. Okay. Yeah, that sucks that rubs like that. We may end up having to put a bolt in that one because I won't be able to tighten it down. and it's far enough away where it won't matter. Heck, I can't even get a bolt to fit in there. Oh well, looks like we're going to use just that one. Okay. You guys see me take all that stuff apart, so I've got to put it all back together. We still have one fuel line to run. We'll use the piece we cut off that other piece already. Oh, get on there. Got a little piece up off here. See, this would have been like this, but we'll cut about that much off of her. And that's barbed, so that's not pulling off. You know what I should have done? It's probably put everything on there before I put that on there. Okay. That still has the gasket on it. Yeah. Is that the gasket? Is this the gasket? No, I got another gasket somewhere. Yeah, that's a gasket. Gotta make sure we put our hose in there. You know what? I think I gotta do is we got this thing. That's it. I don't remember how it mounted. Make it mounted like that. Yeah. See, mounted like this into the block. Now I need to find all my screws and stuff because I've been kicking stuff around. That goes in there. What the hell is that? Okay. This piece will go on. Other shit will go. Let's get our hose in here. There we go. See, all the way in there. There she is now. Oh, shoot. That piece, that one. Okay. Let me get some wrenches and stuff so I can start tightening down. Or wait, this is my 10. Yeah, here she is. Heck, them ain't 10s. I forgot. Let me get. Keep forgetting that this is like made in USA, and their 10s are actually 11, 7/16. They don't do metric, and so yeah. All right. There you go. There's that. There's Johnny. Let's see. This one goes in there. This goes in here. There we go. I believe that was a 7. Nope, 5/16. But an 8 will work. That's tight. Down here, tightening that bracket up to the block. That's tight. Let me find a socket. That piece, that one. Come on, man. There's that. We got a breather on there. That goes to that part. Did that have a wing nut? I think it did. Or did this just sit on there? No, it had a wing nut. It had a wing nut. We'll use that one on there. We'll set this on there, and then we'll find something later for that, because I don't know where I put it. I don't know where I put them. It's missing. Oh, guess what? There it is. Yeah, let me go back in and change that. So you guys get the concept on our fuel system. I'll throw some fuel in the gas tank up here, and we'll get it figured out. Trying to think here what we got going on. Yeah, I believe just fuel. I'll probably pull the battery and battery cables out of that there, and you can see it's got brand new cables right there. So that cable should be long enough to reach back here to the solenoid right over here. So from up there to there, I believe that's long enough. If not, we'll have to figure something else out, because I want to put that battery in here. I mean, it runs. I ain't gonna say it runs. The battery's good. Not saying it has a lot of cold cranking amps, because it should have had the cold cranking amps for the to turn that 17 horse over, and it won't. It just won't turn it over. I did a valve adjustment. But if you put the jump pack on there now, it shoots things over. Once we did the valve adjustment, because them valves were out of whack. They were bad. So we're changing out the right wing nut. This one's a metal one. Obviously it goes inside, so if you put it on the outside, she'll rust. Alright, there's that. That's this. Get this on there. Alright. Yesterday, the last video I made of this, boy, I was kind of in a salty mood. I may maybe zip tie that instead of having that run like that, but you know, who knows? Who cares? The freaking lawnmower is a tool. Who cares what it looks like? We also got to put a bolt in the park brake thing down here too. It's dangling. And it's not that I need it or anything, but we might as well hook it up. All right, let's find us some. I think I got some gas. Hopefully it's enough. Hopefully we don't have any gas leaks. Here, that's dry. I'm gonna dump some gas in there, and then we'll be where we can try starting it. All right, I already kind of hit the thing to make sure I was going to turn over, and it already started sucking fuel. That fuel filter is already full. Seen a bunch of dirt go up to it. She's pumping. Yeah, see this jump pack kind of sucks. I need a regular good old-fashioned jump pack instead of this. This is nice because it's so small and you can carry it around in your car, your motorcycle, whatever. Let's go ahead and stick that thing on choke and just see what happens when it's on choke. All right, let's throw it, throttle her back. Come on. Dang jump back. She's staying full there, as you can tell. That's perfect. I can't believe the fuel pump works the way it does, man. I mean, it was really pumping. Oh yeah, that motor runs good. She deserves a oil change, I think. Take this up off there. So we'll have to figure out a charger system for this thing. I don't know how to shut it off. Let's see. The key don't. Oh, it does work. The key does work to shut it off. Hey. So that part's good. We just have to figure out how to start it with the key. Hopefully, when I get the battery in it, that will work. But shut it off. I'm glad for that part. So yeah. Let's just check out this filter. I'm sure this filter's got some junk in her, but it's full. That pump is actually pretty nice. I think that's the original pump, if I remember right. Yeah, that's the original pump off of it. That one I had laying around. A used one. I have a brand new one around here somewhere, but the way that's working, we might be able to max mow some grass with this thing. Of course, it's got to be raining outside. Let's see. I'm going to pull this battery cables. I'm hoping I have enough to get back to the solenoid. That's going to take me a while to do this. It's going to be, so I probably won't record any of it. So, yeah, that's way There, you can see the solenoid in there now, right there. That cable there goes all the way up to the front. Our battery sits right here. The cable goes down. You can see where the negative just goes right there. But see, the thing is I was trying to jump start this from these cables right here. With the jump pack, we see with the jump pack right there, it really cranked her over. I believe that red cable is probably too small, or it's got some corrosion in it or something that's making it with a high resistance in there, so I don't get much energy flow through it. And it's probably, it's skinny cable, long distance, not good for it too. So she seems like she's leaning. She's leaning a little bit this way. Maybe that's just my eyeball. I don't know. Maybe this tire needs more air in the back. But tires are holding up here. I'm going to go ahead and change this battery. Bring it back in. We'll get that done. Of course, I had to start coughing right then. What I'm trying to do here now is change these battery cables. And it's not cooperating. So I got a whole new coil or solenoid, whatever you guys want to call it. What it's doing is I'm trying to take these bolts off, and it's just spinning. So it's going to end up breaking. Well, actually, they unscrewed. Huh. I didn't know they did that. But anyways, it don't matter. We gotta get a wrench. That's a 12, I think. Get on one side of this thing. Let's see if we can't break these loose. This is the one going to the starter. I just had an old disabled vet guy that I worked on his golf cart last year. Had a wire melted inside the end of the motor, his electric. And he just told me it was doing the same thing and wants to know if I can come out there and take a look at it. He's disabled, so he can't bring it to me. See if we can't get this to bust free this way. There she goes. Nice, good, finally. Now we're gonna hold on to these wires so we don't mess them up. I hope you guys can see what's going on down there. It's like 3 wires right there, so I'm gonna put them all right back to where we found them. Well, not all 3 of them. One of them's that battery cable that goes up to the front to the old the one we're replacing. So we have this wire coming in to replace. There we go. There we go. Like that on there. Let's stick this on there. Arm probably in the way of you guys. I don't know why everything's gonna fight me. Come on. There she goes. There she goes. Perfect. And this is like a 1-wire starter or 1-wire solenoid. It grounds out to the body. So, dang, that's a big one. There we go. And we can get it mounted up, and then we can tighten everything. I think that was a 10 right there. There it is. Oh, I found it. Them lugs there look to be about a 13. We'll try the 12 first. Yep, she's 13. I just had some 13s here somewhere. Here we go. Which would actually probably be, well, this coil is probably Chinese, so it'd be these would be 13s. But if it was American, it'd be half inch. All right, got that hooked up. So then it's got this wire that just pulls off the stud. Then she just goes on to this stud. And she's done. Actually, you know what? We got to pull this off there. This is so you can, in case it's got a spade terminal on it. Them are nice to have. Here we go. See, these are nice to have. Not that I'm going to keep it, but I probably will. I found one of my buddies today, and he got a Monte Carlo. He's had it since, like he said, like the 80s or something like that. Or no, for about 18 years. And he said he's got a bunch of parts for him. He's been gathering parts for 18 years to restore this Monte Carlo. I said, Buzz, that sounds like you got hoarder tendencies. And he laughed. Or I said, that sounds like a hoarder problem. And he says, yeah, I do kind of have hoarder tendencies. So that was kind of funny. Now, why ain't you going down? Oh, the seat has a lock on it. Why ain't that just peachy? Just now noticed that. So we got the battery in. I don't like how it's sitting. So it's out the way. See how we got the battery cable? It's kind of, you guys see one of my shorts that said, don't ever kink your battery cable. It's like a garden hose, and it'll shut the, like garden hose, if you kink it, it shuts the water off. And I said that on a little short there, and it's rubbing this frame. Should I move it, put it right here? What should I do here? I don't know. Can we bend it without breaking it? Kind of pull it back up out of there. Yeah, I don't have enough hose. Not hose, but enough cable here. There we go. How about that? How about that? There you are. We'll just kind of give that a little bend around there. And hopefully it's not going to bounce and hit that. Well, that needs to go down a little bit. We'll just tap it down. That's not, it's got a protective coating right there too. So then this here, we'll have to tighten that back up, obviously. I just did I wonder if I can, there's something inside there that we can actually put that to instead of having it right there in my way. Having it down up over there. I'd rather have it go in this thing. There Give this a twist like it did the other one. There we go. Let's see if we can't feed that to there. And then we'll find something in there to hook that to. Come on. There we go. She come through. She come through there. Bring it up here and we'll see what we can find out up here then. Again, we'll find something that's a little easier to do. Maybe that one right there. You put it right there. Yeah, I think that'll be the best spot right there. Boom. I wonder what size it is. Probably 1/2 inch. Try the 13 mil. Yeah, she's a half. Oh. Let's see what I can. What is that one? Here we go. All right. Slam that on there. Perfecto. Perfecto. So, there we go. The battery is hooked up. Nothing. Oh, brake switch on? Nothing. Push to reset. I'm not sure. We'll have to. That one I can hear clicking. Let's see if we can hear this one clicking. Yeah, I don't hear that clicking. Yeah, I can hear it clicking now. Yeah, there she goes. You can hear it clicking. So, not real sure what all this stuff here is, but not a way. This is our seat safety here, and turn the light down a little bit. Too bright, my eyeballs. This is right over here. Let's undo this, because this could be normally closed, and when you sit on it, it opens up and it will start. This may be grounding something out, which I doubt. That's what how it is. Nada. So, okay, this looks like it's held on by Phillips screws. We'll, the magnet on this thing is strong, so we're gonna pull this cover so we can get this key switch, and we'll see see what we find. I hope that ain't like, I think it's nutted. You know what? Look at that. Is that fucking, dang it, it's got nuts on it. I hate that. It's gonna be hard to get them restarted and all that good stuff. You know what? Let's try to, before I do all that, let me try to take this key switch out. We'll see if we can look at it without having to pull that. Okay. Come on. Oh, got tight. It's way too tight. There we go. No. No, can't see the wires. Lee. Oh, come on. Here we go. Look at that. Circuit breaker wire, something's come loose. I don't know exactly what that is. A fuse or something. There's a relay. Was that the problem? I can hear the relays clicking now though. Was it that unplugged? Did it still click? Nope, did not click. So yeah, that's something new. So that tells us this is good. If we can hear the relay clicking. Ooh, the headlights are working now too. Oh wow. So that right there, this wire here, being undone, caused some problems. Now what we got to figure out, so we got this yellow wire right here. And I'm assuming that it goes over to our solenoid. Solenoid, the yellow wire right there. So I'm assuming this goes all the way through over here. So we'll get the meter out. We're going to check here for continuity to there. If we don't have continuity, see the yellow wires that run into them switches? Well, if them switches ain't, the safeties aren't in the right spot, it will cause no continuity and it won't let it get to there. So if that switch is open and there's no power to the, to make that close, you won't get no continuity between them two yellow wires. So, and if you see, look here, this yellow wires looks like it's been jumped already. So this, I think, is probably the PTO shutoff, so the PTO won't kick on if you're in the seat. So if you get off the seat, your PTO will shut off. So I think that's what, but I'm pretty sure they bypassed this for the seat safety. So the seat safety, most likely okay. I think the other part's the thing. I'm gonna find my multimeter and we're gonna go into testing. We're gonna test some continuity from there to there. If I don't have continuity, then we'll start messing with switches. And we'll check from continuity from this switch to one of the wires. I'm sure it probably goes this way, and up to here. But you also have your brakes, your park brake. I don't know if that's part of in the system or not, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna find my multimeter. Alright, I got my multimeter. Yeah, she's got overspray of clear coat on it. I'm plugged into the yellow wire here. I'm gonna go over here, touch this. We're hooked up. We're gonna look. We got continuity, see it? Goes to open. We got continuity. Let's try something though, just to be I want to just kind of check my safeties. So we have, it fell off. Let me, so what I want to do is, it's on the thing. I got continuity. We'll move. I had that thing open anyways. Why am I getting? Huh, that don't make no sense. I noticed that I had this one open. This opened and it didn't change when I closed it. So I'm wondering, I'm thinking they jumped it right here. I don't know. Let's investigate a little more here. Okay. So that runs up in there. There's another, yeah, the other yellow wire comes out. That's for the seat safety. So it runs in here. That loops here to the power. Power loops. So, that don't make no sense. And there she goes. All that, I just did that. Well, this was undone, was my issue. But when I was trying to start it, let me show you. When I was trying to start it, I had that up there like that, and my switch wasn't on. So basically, was this wire undone from this? This was here plugged into this. This was a breaker. So they bypassed it and used that breaker. So now it's all good. I was like, man, 'cause I seen that when I went to go. I'm like, that's kind of weird that I got continuity over there, but it just wasn't enough or something. I don't know why it was showing a continuity, but I'm glad I don't have to dig a whole bunch of work on trying to figure that out. We have to put that seat switch back over there. I'll go ahead and stick this back in here. Yeah, see how that battery turned that motor over too? And it fired right up. Man, that's nice. I got the arms now pulled in. Well, we need to run this back in. The seat safety wire back through. Go on through. Of course, this relay's not mounted anywhere. I probably should look into finding a spot to mount that. But I'll probably procrastinating. All in place, and I'm gonna get them tightened up and then we'll be right back. All right, well, look at the deck right there. She's wet, so the tank is leaking. We'll have to address that issue. I'm not really wanting to mess with it today. I just want to see if the whatchamacallit will work. The PTO, I mean, it's pretty rusty down underneath there. Let me make sure. Make sure the switch is together. We'll see what happens. I have no lights. That thing must come unplugged again down here. No, she didn't. Oh, there's the light switch. Something happened. Golly. Something come undone. I have no clue why things do that to me. All right, well, I'm going to have to go through again, do something, look for some more stuff here. What is that? Kid's little toy. What come undone? What come undone? What happened? There it is. They didn't have the handle all the way down. Dumbass, man. Yeah, she's working. That seat safety is always would be always closed for the PTO. So when you sit on it, it will open the circuit. So basically, all I did was take the wires apart. This switch here is kind of messed up. I'll probably just get a regular little toggle switch or something. Little snap in, pull it back, and she's whew, that's a relief. Everything about this thing's been a relief. I mean, I got mad about the carburetor issue happening with the gas leaking and all that bull crap, but they're trying to get it on, fighting it. But yeah, this thing's a jewel. She's a runner and a cutter. Oh yeah, this is the last thing that I've really got to do is hook this up. And there's a bolt just a bolt come out, and it like bolts right there. So that's for your park brake. So just gotta figure out how it goes on there. There, like that. So I gotta find a bolt that'll fit in there. This one's got one in there. It looks like it's fallen off before too, so I don't know if one of these will fit in there or not. But we'll have to see. We will see. I'm gonna do this probably off camera. Alright, well, I took her for a ride. She run good. Then she starts bogging down a little bit. Ton of blow by with that oil. So looks like we are doing a motor swap. Everything should bolt up. This has got the same cable kind of system here, same fuel type system here. This motor is going to go on this over here. Kind of sucks, but that's what we got to do. I don't feel like messing with that. Rebuilding this engine. I mean, it would be nice to rebuild it, but I'm not gonna mess with it. So I'm gonna get to taking this motor off over here, and we'll figure out what we got to do to get it to work. Oh well, this does run good, so I will probably rebuild it in the future so I can resell it. That there's just gonna go out here for the scrap, man, I guess. Basically, I paid $150 for the motor to use on this, and I paid $125 for this, so $275 to have a decent zero turn. That's not a bad deal. I got on here and it wouldn't move, and I'm like, oh man, the hydros are bad on it. Well, this here was engaged, which is the release for, so you can push it. So you can't really, well, I got the park brake on, but can't really push it if that ain't, that was pushed over. So I can't, there, it was like that. And then see that there, locked it in place. Well, went like that, and she almost threw me out the seat. So she's not bad. She's kind of fast. First thing I want to do is make sure I can get the PTOs off and make sure they make sure the shafts are the same size they should be. So that's what I'm going to start doing. This will wrap it up for this video, because I know it's probably getting kind of long, and we'll get these switched around. I'll video a little bit of the motor swap here, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Try to hit that like button, subscribe, follow. Yeah, subscribe is basically like a follow button. They're not going to ask you for no credit card information or nothing like that. You just hit the little subscribe button. They got it messed up where you can join somebody's group or join membership, so you can get little sneak peeks and all that. Well, ain't no sneak peeks here, man. You're getting a raw, unedited version of all my videos. I don't edit, cut nothing out. All my blunders and bleeps and cusses and everything's in my videos. So you'll see where I've got my video turned this way, and I'm trying to tell you guys that I'm doing this over here. You know, like I'm like, hey, over here, and then I noticed that you guys ain't even seeing what I'm talking about. So I know the videos are a little rough to watch because of my camera man. He's kind of lazy, don't know what he's doing either. So I'm going to end the video here. We're going to switch around and start swapping motors. Kind of sucks, but it's going to be done. I got to have something to mow with. Wish I'd have known it had that much blow by. I'm just wondering maybe the spring stuck, but man, that's a lot of blow by. So I'm not even sure how many hours is on this thing, but we're going to swap them around. And this is only a 16, and that's a 17. That's obviously a newer motor. It looks better than this one. So That's what we're doing. We'll see you guys. Oh my God. Oh.